Hey G-Mamas! Okay, so today I will be talking about 4 myths about pregnancy after 35 versus its facts. So I've written on a blog and I have some notes here because those were not things that I necessarily knew 100% whether they were right or wrong. So I wanted to check with my doctor before I got pregnant. So some of them may be a bit stupid, but you never know. Today in the internet is just so much information, but not necessarily helpful information. So I really wanted to double check that with a health practitioner and bring it to you. So the first myth is that you cannot get pregnant. Okay, it's not true. All you need to get pregnant is 1 egg and then a sperm to fertilize this egg. So whether you're doing this naturally or not, all you need is 1 egg, and then you will be able to become pregnant and potentially, carry full term, which 80% of moms between the age of 34 to 45 actually do. Okay, so although we have a limit supply of eggs there, usually in our age is average of time of trying to conceive naturally is between 1 to 2 years. So you don't even, if you haven't even started trying yet, you don't know your chances. Depending on your age, depending how close to your menopause you are, or your doctor may want to do extra tests and extra exams. I did do extra tests than a person below the age of 35 would have done. So go to a doctor again, talk to them, and they will refer you to exams and to check your lifestyle and to see how you can improve your chances of getting pregnant naturally. Okay, make sure that you're also using all the tools that you can, apps to check your cycle. Make sure you do everything that you can naturally. Improve your diet, improve your exercise routine, make sure you're healthy. The second myth is that there is no way to increase your chances of getting pregnant naturally. Basically, as we don't make more eggs throughout our lives, we're already born with all the eggs that we will have, but we can improve our chances of getting pregnant naturally by doing a few things. So I wrote in the blog more detailed, so in here I will just touch base, but I wrote 6 points that are very important that you should do. So first, of course, see your doctor and see if there's any risks that you particularly should be worried about. Maybe your medications at the moment, or your health your medical conditions, or lifestyle choices that you may need to change, your nutrition. All of this can be helped by a doctor. So that's the first thing that you can do that will help you to understand your body more and your process, and then go ahead and start trying. The second thing is definitely stop alcohol and caffeine, and quit drugs and any smoking right now, because that will also improve your chances. Okay, maintain your weight, exercise routine, and make sure your diet is on point. Make sure that you're actually eating the things that you need, and talking to a professional will definitely help you to do that. So this improves your health, improves your energy levels and your libido and many other things. Pay attention to your body temperature and cervical fluids. It can be tested as a home fertility test that you can buy in the pharmacy. You can start taking folic acid. I also say that in a previous video, and your partner can take that as well. And if you haven't gotten pregnant in the first 12 months and that is worrying you, which shouldn't, because as I said, what they say between 35 to 45 is usually from that 1 year to 2 years. So if you're already past 12 months, you still have another 12 months to keep trying. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you have any problems. It could be just a stress in your life, right? But if I understand that if you are really eager to have that first experience, talk to your doctor about seeing a fertility specialist that you may not use it straight away, but you may just like to go and talk to them and see your options. Maybe even knowing what your options are improve your chances of getting pregnant naturally, just knowing what your options are. Myth number 3 is that the chance of having a healthy baby are small. This was also a very, very important one for me, because this is what I heard all the time. Oh, if you're gonna have a baby after the age of 35, you know, there's high chances of this and that. So what I want to talk about it is that yes, you only have an amount of eggs, and your body will release the healthiest eggs in the beginning of a fertile life. That's true. Meaning that the leftover eggs for the end of your fertile life will potentially be less healthy than the beginning of your fertile life. Those eggs may be less healthy than the younger eggs in a younger age. So that's why they say, that's why we do have higher risk of Down syndrome and things. But it's still between 35 and 45, there is stats that I found that is over 80% of women between 35 to 45 conceive after carrying full term. Okay, so there are extremely high chances of also a very healthy pregnancy and healthy baby. Make sure that you do take any exams that your doctor requests, and I have done extra exams, blood tests and ultrasounds that were optional to me, and I wanted to do them just to check the risks that I had and my baby had. And I will be talking about these exams later. Maybe I even get my doctor here to talk a little bit about that. And talking about doctors, the myth number 4 is that the assisted reproductive technology isn't effective. So I put the link here as well, saying where you will read another article that will say that 8 million babies have been born from IVF. I'm sure you, if you are in my age, you have a lot of friends that are your age or older than you that have done it too. Also, what you can do if you don't want to do IVF straight away, there are other options like freezing your eggs. If you're in your 30s but you don't have a stable life or a stable partner yet, and you want to make sure that you have healthiest possible eggs, freeze now and you can use when you are older. You can do that. You can do freeze embryos as well, and there are many studies to talk about how effective those are. And in Australia, it's about, each treatment for IVF is about $15,000 in the most expensive clinic here in Sydney. That's what I found. And so that is actually quite expensive. So I would actually recommend that you first do everything you can to try conceiving naturally, unless if, depending on your situation, your particular health or what your doctor recommends, that you will need to go straight to a fertility clinic and talking to them. But yet I would say try everything you can to do improve your life in a way that you can have the natural experience, so you don't have to spend that kind of money not knowing that you do have a challenging fertility problem. In Sydney, also in Australia, there are a few clinics that offer, not many, but there are a few clinics that offer this service for free or for low cost, and you can put your name in the list. You may need to wait a little bit, and usually they recommend that you have tried naturally for a while and have a referral from your general practitioner to see them. Check that in your city if you have this option, or if you can travel to the capital where they have it, or if you are seeing this in another country, see if your government supply any plan for you, so you can actually also try to conceive through this method. Also, it's very important to remember that every women are different in terms of fertility. So try to make sure that you are not looking on a negative path just because you have heard so much that people have had challenging experiences. It doesn't mean that will be the same for you, and it doesn't mean that you're trying for 12 months that is not going to be happening the next 6 months, right? So it's really a case by case, and it's very important to be talking to a doctor that you trust, to follow your experience and having everything that you possibly can in place to make your life better right now. and then talk to people that you trust, that will make you feel more comfortable, less stressed about getting pregnant, and making the whole process an enjoyable process rather than trying to control everything. On the blog will be a little bit better, maybe deeper explanations there, so take a look. The link is below. If you have any questions about the myths, or if you have any other myths that you heard a lot and you would like to share in the comments, either on the blog or here on our YouTube channel. And I would love to hear from you. What was your challenge, or what was your most, your biggest fear? For me, it was basically those 4 that kept coming up and up and up. I hope this video helped you. Next topic will be about reducing stress pre-pregnancy and during pregnancy. That is something that would be really cool to talk about with you.